Where's the alien? Here?
Right.
How long have you guys been here? Have you been here already? How many amongst us are you? By the way, thank you for taking care of her and being a good human to her and being a good companion. And this is what relationships are really about. Loving another person unconditionally and being there for them. I admire you both.
Oh my God. Stop.
Le voy a explicar. Deje yo explicarle.
Yo no voy a pagar ni le voy a dar ninguna tarjeta mía. Es un fraude.
I learn together with my audience. I empower them. They empower me. I motivate them, and they do the same for me. And it's a blessing to get up every day and do that. You have a lot in common with Armando, with Pitbull.
You see? Motherfucker.
Emilio, the first person I ever got advice from when I started in radio was from you. When you told me, Enriquito, use this microphone to uplift our people.
What you done, Enrique, you make us very proud.
Ready for crew dragon and team tech.
Launching.
Earthlings, germs, germones, germettes, and everything in between. Welcome back to your favorite fake outer space show. Just kidding, it's totally real. We're floating, we're just tied down with rocks. I am Emily, and I'm here with Jem, but today we have somebody extremely, extremely special on the couch. I know I say that every time, but I was lying all the other times. This time it's for real. This is somebody who I've had the privilege and honor of growing up around and seeing him as a human being first. However, those of you out there know him for a lot of very, very important things, including not only being one of the first openly queer hosts on the radio and, carrying that on your back when a lot of people were afraid to and weren't able to, but being extremely responsible with Latino voices, talking to some of our generation's most important people and always remaining respectful and trying to get the information to people in a fun way, in a responsible way, in an inclusive way. He is the President Chief Operating Officer for iHeart Latino and a radio host. He's been pounding the pavement and doing that for over 20 years. So we also have a fossil here on the couch with us, ladies and gentlemen, but that's okay because he only gets better with age. Please join me in welcoming Charlie's dad, the incredible Enrique Santos.
Amazing. Thank you, Jem. Gracias.
Honestly, it's really a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. What a beautiful introduction. Thank you.
I mean it. We
and
love
especially coming from somebody that I admire, and that has also been a very important person in my life. Very proud of what you guys are doing. Thank you for having me here.
Of course. Thank
I'm
you.
humbled.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You gotta do it very. It was like it was very Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. President. No. But before we get into asking you all these terrible questions, I wanted to say a little anecdote about you, which describes to those of you the personal side of him that maybe you wouldn't know. No, not I remember we were on a bus going to an event with the family. It was like some kind of thing that my dad was producing. And you were wearing this awesome brown hat. It was like a felt hat and it had a little black ribbon with little skull on it. And I looked at him and I said, man, I really like that hat. He did not hesitate. He just took it off his head and said, here, it's yours now. And he put it on my head. And I wear that hat all the time. And every time I wear it, I think about you.
Does it still fit her? Because her head's grown.
Pero,
Her head's grown since then.
No. I compliment you and he tells me que tengo una cabeza grande. Redact that story.
That was the Macy's 4th of July celebration in New York City that your dad produced, that your mom sang that amazingly beautiful song, America, America.
And he can sing. He's hiding that, guys, but this is the second time I've heard him sing since he got here.
I sing in the shower.
Oh, I know. Shower has impressed then.
Thank you. Your parents have led the way. Your parents have opened so many doors for so many people, and I'm not just BSing here. I'm speaking as someone. Your parents have not only inspired and continue to inspire, have paved the way for so many of us here in the country, but have also led by example. And I think that's something that you should be very proud of,
I am.
Emily, as being their daughter.
Very honored to be their daughter.
And we all feel like extensions of your parents and of the Estefan family. I remember when I started in radio, one of the first people, the first person to ever give me some advice that really meant anything was your father. So I started in radio. I didn't have any ties to anybody. I really didn't know anybody. And I went on. I was just crazy Enriquito saying a bunch of, out of this world, in my own world stuff. And I remember your dad sat me down and said, Enriquito, usa ese micrófono para hacer cosas positivas por nuestra gente. Use that microphone to do positive stuff for our people. There's so many people that are talking and working against us. Help uplift our people. And that is a filter that I use every day, and every single decision that I make from that day forward, it's been my filter. It's been mi norte, and that was your father.
Oh.
Wow.
And then you use that microphone and prank called him every day when we were on the way to school.
Well, I also learned from your dad, and like my dad and my grandfather, que son tremendos jodedores.
Yes. Joderín, they used to call M's dad.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. In the few interviews that are out there where people are asking you questions, I actually heard you say that, and we actually cried. 'Cause
We did.
It was very sweet. You said,
We did. I think you
Emilio
reached out to
Estefan
him.
told me that we need to unite,
It's
not
true.
divide.
And especially, and it's so true, not only then, now, and in the future, but especially now in these divisive times, right? There's so many people that are quick to talk our people down, and not just our people, just humans in general, and they're just not good people.
So that's my first question for you. How do you sit across the table with somebody, which I'm sure has happened before, and the thousands of people at this point that you've gotten to interview? What's a tool for you when maybe you're sitting with someone who you don't agree with, or talking about something when you're on other sides of the argument? How do you keep yourself grounded and neutral?
Well, listen, if we agree on something, we can sit in a room and have some beers and laugh all day, and that's fine. That's not a problem. We can celebrate the fact that we all are enjoying something. But what I truly enjoy is having conversations with people that challenge the way I think. I just love talking to people and getting to know why people think the way they think. As a matter of fact, I just left here an interview that I had with Bob Unamwe, who's he's the head guy at Goya Foods. He was canceled some years ago.
Yeah.
After he came out endorsing then President Trump. He's now written a book talking about that and how he felt that he's been canceled. And people are like, why are you going to interview Bob Unamwe? I said, well, he's a friend of mine. Why do you even talk to that guy? Why do you waste your time? I said, no, he's an important person. He's a human being. He has every right, especially us in this country. So many people have fought so that we can have a voice, fought so that we have liberty, so that we can express ourselves. And that's really what a democracy is about. So I like to lead by example in that way. Not only talk to people that challenge the way I think, because I might think that I'm right on something. I might see something a certain way, and my life experience then trains us, right, and teaches us to open our minds and see things totally different. Sometimes we see things one way, but if you're closed-minded, you're going to be stuck in that mindset. If you're open-minded, you're able to better understand people, better understand things that truly affect us and how our actions affect other people. And going back to your dad, using that microphone for something positive. I think that, and I pride myself, I'm not perfect. I try to, as much as I can, to control my impulses. And sometimes when I really have something, I'm really passionate about something and I want to say something about, but then I filter and I say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't say this in that tone. Maybe let me rethink my words, because words are powerful. Yeah, and the conversation, going back quickly with Bob, it really turned into what happened here just a couple weeks ago. Nicky Jam endorsed one candidate, and then another group of people endorsed another candidate, and then some people want to cancel Nicky Jam, and other people want to cancel Maná. And I don't believe in canceling anybody.
Agreed.
We can disagree about something. That doesn't mean I have to hate you for it, or that we're enemies.
Listen to this man, everybody. I want to vote for you for president.
Oh, absolutely. I can totally see that in your future. Just gonna
You
put
should
it
be
out
the
there.
president of something else.
So in your show, you have this wide range where you talk about political things, you talk about deeply emotive things, you have an extreme knack for comedy. With a show that ranges so widely, how do you keep an audience engaged constantly?
Well, listening to them, So I come in every morning and my producers have everything lined out and we have everything, the structure of the show. The show has a structure, of course, and then I have the options. They lay out all the top news that happened the night before or the weekend before. And sometimes I'm really passionate about something that happened over the weekend or happened the night before. And I want to come on to the show and I'm really passionate. I want to talk about it. But then, we take a phone call, for example, and what the audience is really what dictates what my show is going to be. So although we talk for a living, and on my radio show, on my podcast, it really is about more listening, right? And trying to understand people. Then it's less about me and more about my audience.
And this is something that I feel like only you can really answer, because you come from the world of radio. And, we do this, but I'm also a musician and she's also in fashion. And we see how different industries change over time. Two-part question. How do you feel like podcasting relates to radio? Do you feel like it's the evolution of something like radio? Do you feel like radio is dead? And do you feel like the oversaturation of now anybody can just put a mic on and put it out in the world and be out there? Like, how do you feel that in this time podcasting relates to radio, and how do you feel about radio as it was before to how it is now?
Well, radio has definitely evolved. It's different. It's still just as powerful, if not more powerful now than it was before. I'll tell you why. Besides the numbers will tell you, especially with minorities in the United States, let's just talk about radio in the United States. When you have people that are new people that have migrated to the country and they're trying to assimilate, in the country, they're looking por una amistad, they're looking for friends, someone that they can connect with. And we know the Latinos are very, very loyal to brands. Right? And so, I remember just talking about a brand, for example, I remember I buy Palmolive today because, I used to see La Rubia de América, Charitín, Chari, te queremos, te admiramos mucho. Pero yo compro Palmolive because mom used to buy Palmolive y era La Rubia de América, and she would, with the Palmolive, no solamente limpia los platos, pero también te da las manos suaves. So I was like, we're very loyal to that. Yeah. And I think the audience is the same way. They latch on to you. It's the power of radio is so... Number one, radio is free. Number two, audio is everywhere. You can consume it in your bedroom, when you're in the gym, when you're in the car. There's co-listening when people are in the car, which is so powerful because I have people from different generations, not just grandmas and tios and tias and moms and dads, but they're driving in the car, taking their kids to school and the commute, listening to my radio program. And I get so many parents, for example, that tell me, Enrique, thank you, porque gracias a ti mis hijos están hablando español, están aprendiendo español, quieren hablar español, le interesa el español because you speak just enough English or Spanglish on your show or in the prank calls and stuff and in the interviews you do sometimes with the artists that are maybe more general market. Well, not general market today. We are general market. It's all mixed in. We can talk about that later. But the artists that they like and that they identify with, and your show is cool, and it's engaged them and motivated them to speak español, and that's what I'm most proud of. When you're able to positively impact so many different people's lives. So radio still has that power, which is. It's undeniable. It's so powerful. It's a connection that a podcast doesn't give you, even though I love podcasting and I do podcasting myself, but you don't have the immediacy. Yeah. It's palpable. It's real. You hear the passion.
It's a performance in a way.
100%. Yeah. So radio's gone from being the theater of the mind that they used to call it, where you're just encerrado en unas paredes and you're just in a little studio talking on a microphone. You really don't know who you're talking to or how many people you're really reaching. Now with social media and podcasts being an extension of radio as well, you get to meet more people. People are more engaged in social media. You see the views, so you know how many people you're actually impacting, which that's a number of the actual views or clicks or whatever you're getting there. But it's much bigger than that. Yeah. And the likes, when you get likes on pictures or videos, you know that you're getting a lot more people are liking that or exposed to it than are actually hitting that like button.
It's true. It's true. How many times we don't sit in the living rooms with our families and we're like, look at this video, and it's one account, but there's like 7 people watching.
From one phone.
From one phone.
Exactly. So I think it's a 360, and if you're able to do it, if you're blessed enough to and have the opportunity to do it all together, it's like a 360 when you're able to do broadcast radio, podcasting, tie it in with social media. It's a full 360.
The video component has, I feel, added an interesting dynamic to media that's typically consumed just audio wise. Because like for podcasts, like I love listening, but I also really love to watch because it where your head could fill in certain holes, now it's showing you.
It's all about filling the holes.
Right. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that after the podcast. But yeah, I see what you're saying. And personally, I seem to think like in music, right, with like something like streaming, like look at kids now, what are they buying? Vinyls.
Oh, yeah.
Everything kind of like swings back. And for me, I personally feel like radio will always be the anchor to all of these art forms because honestly, like some people, I mean, pop off, sis, get your mic on and do your show. But like, yeah, once there's 800,000 shows and, maybe anybody can have an opinion, which they should, like you said, right? But then it's so much media to consume that I like the fact that we know when you turn on the radio and you hear your voice, it's also a comforting thing. It's something that, like I've joked around with you before, but every single morning on the way to school with my dad. What were we doing? Listening to your ass. You know what I mean? No,
Your
but
ass specifically.
yeah. Yes, but it's something that's consistent, and I find that to be attractive in this art form. And, you know, some people will post a podcast episode and then disappear for 3 months. I'm like, I miss you. Come back.
It's definitely about consistency.
Yeah.
You know, and so many people that have had success on podcasting can easily do radio, and a lot of people that have had success on radio can very easily move into podcasting.
What's that
and
saying?
Or TV. Or,
you have a face for radio.
Yeah, that was before social media, right? Where, you know, DJs were, they would say, yeah, you have a face for radio. Basically that you were difficult to look at.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, I have a
That
face for
is
radio.
cool.
No, you don't.
Well, you didn't start off in the...
In that sense.
Yeah, no. You have a real face for radio. You're
If
beautiful.
you're listening and not watching, what face I'm making right now?
By the way, thank you
For?
for taking care of her and being a good human to her and being a good companion.
Wow.
I'm a fan of that's bueno, soy fan de tu relación, so dice en español. But then that was Cristian Nodal that was some girl posted on his thing and then ended up with the relationship. And but me being gay, I can say I'm a fan of this relationship.
Well, I think you know better than I do that Em is probably one of the most lovable people on the planet.
I feel the same way.
She has a special air about her. And everybody that meets her, I'm like, just wait. You're going to be
It's
obsessed.
the Cuban air, baby.
And this is what relationships are really about. Just, you know, loving another person unconditionally and being there for them. I admire you both.
Oh my God. He's never leaving. Glue him down.
Well, thank you. But you didn't start off in radio. Correct me if I'm wrong. You were in the police force. You wanted to be a pilot. Then you started working on El Sol 95.
Right.
At what point, I mean, me being somebody with dreams, I'm like, I can't pick one. At what point did you realize there's actually something here for me? This is a calling for me.
Yeah, so as a kid, I liked aviation. I love, fascinated. I'm still fascinated by planes and aviation and space
I mean, you're flying through the
exploration.
waves.
Look where I'm at. Be careful what you wish for. But yeah, space exploration has always fascinated me. The space shuttle, the launches. I used to see all that stuff as a kid. And I was like, wow, maybe one day I'd like to do that. I'd like to, pilot a plane. Then I fell in love with law enforcement. It's always had a very special place in my heart. My uncle is now retired, but he was with the Florida Highway Patrol, and I remember sitting in his trooper car, and playing with the lights and the sirens and stuff. I became a police explorer in high school, and then out of high school, I became a police dispatcher, and from there I graduated the police academy, became a police officer, and I always liked radio and entertainment and TV and comedy, but I never imagined making a career out of it. Well, again, be careful what you wish for and where you put that energy, because it's like I called it from the universe. One day when I was working as a police officer, I picked up the phone and called the radio station that I listened to. And the guy that picked up the phone was Jesus Salas. He was a program director. He's still there at the company at SBS. And he needed somebody on the weekends as a DJ, a jock for the weekends. And he put me on. He liked what he heard. I liked what he did.
Wow.
He says, you want a part-time job here working on the weekends, And I was like, yeah. And so... that phone call was a blessing in disguise, because I had a part-time job as a DJ working overnights on the radio station and a full-time job as a police officer.
Wow.
The morning show then started using my prank calls, and I would produce prank calls for them, and I would host the best of the morning show on Saturday mornings. And then that led to the morning show. They got another offer. They left that radio station, and there was a vacancy there. They were like, the only person that really knows the operation and the...
Now we can talk about filling holes.
I filled that hole, baby. I filled that hole, and I did it well. And I'm blessed to do two things that I love doing. Thankfully, that went very, very well for me because I took it very seriously. I was almost vested as a police officer then in the department that I was working. So it was a leap of faith to say, hey, I'm going to leave this to then get into this experimental lane. But I said, hey, this is an opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity. And
Gutsy.
I took that ball and ran as far, and I'm still running with that ball today. I'm blessed to still serve the community as a reserve Miami police officer,
All right.
which I enjoy a lot. Not only is it fulfilling for me, but more importantly, it does a good service to the community. It's a way of me thanking the community, but most importantly, especially now, during such challenging times where it's so difficult for policemen and women in the United States, not just the United States, but around the world, where people just like to challenge authority. Mm-hmm. I respect the people that wear the uniform every day and that have to do that job under such challenging circumstances.
Yeah, there's a lot of chaos and a lot of that kind of energy floating around, and I can imagine that it wouldn't be something easy to commit your life to.
Extremely difficult.
But you can pull me over anytime.
Oh my God, how fun would that be?
Oh,
Oh, shit. Dad.
But she drives well.
Oh no.
I drive like a
Oh,
vieja.
God, terribly.
I drive like a vieja.
Then you're not
loves
gonna get pulled
to take
over.
the curbs. Oh, loves to take the curbs. Loves to rush at the very end because she's about
Yeah.
to miss. The
Anyway,
exit.
moving on. No,
How's her parking?
no, my parking's amazing.
Her parking is
I'm
great.
an awesome parallel
Yes.
parker.
Are you sure?
I'm a one-time parallel parker.
I think I remember your dad telling me once that you did a number on some rims.
I
Like when
wouldn't be
you're parking, you hit
surprised.
the curbs and stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe.
she loves the curbs.
Yeah.
She loves the
I don't know.
curbs.
Jury's out on that one.
So in 2017, the Enrique Santos show went pretty much nationwide, if that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first thing, I mean, that crossed your mind when you realized that the entire country was going to hear your voice?
I don't really give it that much thought. I didn't then, and not so much now as far as it's my voice. I've never really looked at it like, wow, it's my voice. It's more like, how can we get this right? How can we truly represent the country so that my show's a reflection of my listener? I think that's very important, right? So knowing that if, we're nationwide, the majority of Latinos in the United States are Mexican or Mexican American, right? I want to make sure that the show, again, sounded like what the national audience is. So that's why I have, a Mexican on the show, and I have a Puerto Rican voice on the show, and a Dominican voice on the show, and I have a Nicaraguan show on the voice, and a Cuban American voice on the show. And we're always highlighting, Venezuelan voices that I know we all know there's a lot of new Venezuelans that are coming to the country in Colombia and in Argentina, just trying to be like a United Nations on the radio, if you would.
And your show's always been like that. You have many different, like people from a lot of different places in Latin America represented as a voice in what you do.
And I try as much as I can control to try to broaden that and open that and explain that, which is it's challenging sometimes, right? Because we know that Spanish is so complicated and so diverse, and so many different banderas, so many different flags make up so many different countries, right? So if we speak English here, or on the moon, or any of your planets in your own world, right? English is English. Pero español,
Right.
if Cuban Spanish, if we're here and there's a cockroach on the walkway, agua bicho eso.
Right.
That happened to me in Puerto Rico when I
You
was
see what I mean?
8.
But in Puerto Rico, bicho literally means dick.
Yes.
And then in Ecuador, if I'm not mistaken,
bollo.
bicho means kid. Or bollo.
Or
in Panama
tortillera?
means a sun shirt.
Right.
Tortillera is an
It's a la-
actual tortilla
A
maker.
lady who makes tortillas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
she
you
is.
say that, a tortillera in Mexico, but if you say una tortillera in Cuban Spanish, it's a lesbian, and it's a vulgar way of saying lesbian.
Yep.
So it's been a learning process for me as well. But I also, I'm at the same level with my audience. The audience doesn't like a smartass. I always like saying that I'm at the same level with my audience, not above them, not below them, and we're learning together. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's been part of the success. So going back when you asked me at the beginning, what went through my mind, I was like, how do I make this happen? And it's, by the way, syndicated Spanish radio show from Miami to the rest of the nation has never been successful. I think I might, if I'm not mistaken, I might be the only person that's successfully done that.
Yeah, baby.
It's
Put
and
some
it's fun.
respect on that.
And we
Yeah.
still have a lot to
Respect
grow,
on
and it's
that
always
name.
evolving, But it's about I learn together with my audience. I empower them, they empower me. I motivate them, and they do the same for me. And it's a blessing to get up every day and do that.
Oh. So speaking of
Love this man.
all these different flags that you mentioned, all the inclusion and whatnot, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You have 30 seconds to ask an extraterrestrial a question. You get to interview an alien for 30 seconds. What do you ask them?
Where's the alien?
Right.
Are you the alien? How long have you guys been here? Have you been here already? How many amongst us are you?
Yeah.
And all these times and decades that we've been sending signals out, have you been listening to eso o hemos estado comiendo mierda?
That's a good one.
I want to know, right?
I would want to know too. Although I feel like I already know the answer. Unzips my skin.
Oh no, M! She's an alien!
What would you do if I just
What
peel
movie
my
was that?
skin up?
Wait,
and
there was a movie like that.
Mars Attacks?
Oh
No.
my God, there was
Where the
one.
lady walks.
No, that was like nyako nyako. She wore like with the big beehive hair. And it looked like she
Yes.
was like on skates or something.
Mars Attack. Mars Attack.
And they had the lasers.
You love space for real, though. I
telling you, it's
I
not-
saw you in a NASA shirt. I saw you with a Yoda behind you.
I'm a
What,
sp-
a
I'm a
Funko
sp-
collection.
I'm a space geek, If I'm in DC and I'll go check out the space shuttle. If there's a launch available, my partner and I will go watch it up, and at Cape Canaveral.
So if they ask you like one of the Blue Origin or like those civilian flights, like right into the line, what's it called? What's the line? The Kármán line? Like right where space starts.
Right.
Would you go on?
Hell yeah, but
Yeah?
they got to bring that price down.
Yeah.
That shit's expensive.
Real. But you would do it for real?
I would, as long as I can come back. I'm not sure.
I don't think that's guaranteed. They're still testing this shit out.
Would you?
No.
What are you
wouldn't
talking
do
about?
it?
No.
Yeah, right. If they bring
Really?
the price down, like you said. Because I think that's a big thing for a lot of us.
I
It's like,
would.
what
Yo
we
me
could do
cago.
with that
I
money.
would be scared.
Oh, que todo no
Yeah, of
cagamos. It's
course.
intimidating, but you wouldn't do it?
I'm also so fascinated by space, but my mind has changed with talking to people like Jem as well, because I'm like, we have so much shit to fix on this planet.
True.
Like she always says, I'm like,
Yeah.
let's not focus on going out there yet.
Yeah.
But also, I just want to know, like
I mean,
when I
let's
was
talk
a
about
kid.
the ocean.
Well, we haven't explored.
We haven't even explored it, and it's right there.
We've explored like this much of the
And
ocean.
there's
That's
so
where the
much
aliens
down
are.
there.
By
I
the
bet
way.
that's where the aliens
That's where they're
are.
hanging out?
I have a feeling.
Listen, you've been watching too many Transformer movies, okay?
No. Well,
Would you go, Gemini? Would you go?
offline.
Would I go out? If the price was right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
You don't think I would?
You would cagate too.
Oh, no, I would. I would go in, what are they, Depends? I'd go in Depends. I'd be ready to go.
Is this spacesuit equipped with a diaper?
With a poopery.
Pa' que nadie vuela.
Yeah, exactly. Consider it. I don't know how big those space pods are going to be. Okay, so you produce iHeart Fiesta Latina.
Yes.
NASA gives you the opportunity to produce iHeart Fiesta Latina in the space station.
Ooh.
Who's performing?
Oh my God. Right now, like if it happened today,
Yeah, like it happened today. Who are
we'd
the
have
first
to take Carol
people?
G. I think Carol G is like one of the hottest, not only female, but, Latina right now. Tiene la canción.
Her ass would look great in space.
She looks fantastic. Her ass would definitely look great up there. Yeah, we take Carol G. She'd be the first one there.
The first performer? Okay. Now, on another note, you're hosting a radio show, and it's broadcasting to aliens.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Broadcasting to aliens?
Broadcasting to aliens. They're listening to human music for the first time.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
What's the first song that you play for them?
La conga.
Wow!
For real? All these little Martians. He
said, here's what you've been missing.
Yeah.
Honestly, they probably would dance really freaking cool to that.
I think it'd be awesome. And you bring Gloria to sing it live.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sorry. And if it's
Live
on that
to
same
the
ship,
aliens.
I'm sorry, Carol. I love you, but Gloria would take the seat so she could sing it live. And the
Martians could do
yeah.
it.
You
Exactly.
got bumped.
Okay,
my
okay,
God.
okay. I have another one. I have
All
another
right,
one on
all
the
right.
same vein. All right. Of all of the famous outer space characters, Buzz Lightyear, E.T., etc., 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 if you had to choose one to co-host your show with you,
E.T., because he just makes noise and holds up his finger,
Yeah.
and that way I can talk, and he just...
¿Y tú qué crees? Crickets. That's the bit. That's all he says the whole time.
Plus, he's so cute, so adorable. You want to give him
I
a hug.
know.
And we learned so much from E.T. and he was like trying to.
It's true.
We need E.T. now to come back to Earth with all the conflicts and problems we're having. We need E.T. come back.
Yeah. Which I learned the other day that certain parts in that movie, it's actually a guy with no legs inside
Get out.
the suit.
are you lying?
I'm not. Look.
Is this a space news
This is
moment?
not a space news moment.
This is for real?
Well,
For
listen,
real?
that's really
Wow,
cool. that
that's
they were,
awesome.
And yeah, why don't we know that?
I
That's
don't
important.
know. Pretty cool, right?
That is awesome.
Okay, so we were able to, like I mentioned at the beginning, you are interviewed a lot, which I think is unique. And you said that sometimes when you get asked questions, it might be a little weirder for you because you're so used to doing the asking. But we saw an amazing conversation you had with Larry King.
Oh yeah.
And some people have even gone as far to call you like the Howard Stern of the Latino world, which I don't know if I agree with some people, but I think you're way cooler. Sorry, Howard. He asked you like who would be your dream interview, and obviously you said him because you're nice. But I'm wondering, I'm wondering if since then maybe somebody else has come up, or there's somebody else that to you would be like your dream person to sit down with.
Now.
Yeah.
Should
now.
we do Dead and Alive?
Yeah, Dead and Alive.
Dead and Alive.
Oh wow, Dead and Alive. I've interviewed so many interesting people. Number one, you mentioned Howard. Thank you. I think I'm much better.
Yeah. He definitely has a face for radio.
Oh no.
Sorry, he's an asshole. He could take it. One time he asked my dad how big his penis was.
What was the answer?
Probably something smart, but I don't really like to hear
Your
my
dad's
dad
very
talking
funny.
about his penis.
No, he's
Well, in honor of your dad, I think that's what this is here. No, Emilio.
There's a
Way to ruin
Was
it.
this not
Way to
modeled
ruin
after
it.
Dad?
Oh God,
That's too
horrible.
far.
Okay, erase the mental picture.
Yes, please.
You'll never look at that comet thing
No.
again.
Oh God,
Ever.
and now even less. Now I'm gonna have to put something on top of it. Burn it to the ground.
I would love to go back and interview Celia Cruz again. I had the opportunity of interviewing Celia 2 or 3 different times and get her take on how she sees the world after her passing and the evolution of everything that's happened on the planet and what's happened or what hasn't happened in Cuba, no?
Yeah.
Because she died with the expectation the same way my grandparents have died. Only one is left of the 4, just like, your grandparents and Rapuela and
Oh, Rapuelas, up till her last day. No se te ocurra irte pa' Cuba.
Yeah.
and I used to mess with my mom a lot because we used to mess with. Now she knows I'm just joking. She knows, but I was like, "Oye, me voy para Cuba, voy a hacer el show en Cuba." No se te atrevas, Enrique. Tú no te atrevas a meterte algo, tú no sabes. So, but
We're loyal.
yeah. And so the Cuban cause is a very, it's a very tragic one. It's a very sad one, and to see so many people that have never been able to return to their country, and my grandparents are passing, and my parents were never able to vote in their. And enjoy their tierra, My
It's a
dad
lot of
left
trauma.
Cuba when he was 15, just like your dad. I know our dads have talked a lot about this, and they both left Cuba, when they were 15 years old. Your dad maybe a little more, a little less, but we're never able to. It's sad.
It is sad.
That, that's so talking with someone like Celia, who is just era tan clara. She's so humble and
Spiritual, connected.
yes, definitely.
Okay, good answer. I think I would love to sit down with Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
I bet she's got.
We took it way
some
back.
Shit to say.
You
I mean,
know-
shit. If they're dead,
But what
Einstein.
What language does she speak? You'd have
Like
to
Sumerian or something. I don't
translator.
know.
Whatever, you're
work
right.
it out.
Do you know
yeah,
what
we
we
Google
learned?
Translate whatever.
We learned that
Translate to
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra, whatever the hell she spoke then. Egyptian.
Wow.
What
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Katrina,
Emily
no.
has a vendetta
I got
against AI.
pissed off yesterday with that.
Why?
Exactly. Why, baby?
What did you ask ChatGPT?
I don't like how commonplace it's becoming to rely on robots to create things for you.
Yet you asked a robot
I asked a robot what?
something and you got mad at their answer.
No, Jem was doing like a seminar because her mom is obsessed. She calls her Chatrina.
Yeah, that's her assistant.
Okay.
ChatGPT is
So she
Is
was
Katrina?
yeah.
Like
So-
the hurricane?
Like
like-
Shatrina, like
Oh,
chat.
like Katrina.
Chatrina.
Katrina, what's up, girl?
Yeah.
But you can create like specialized
Right.
AIs within ChatGPT.
Like people,
so you can
just
like
resumes
upload a
for them.
resume.
Sure.
She's like,
Yeah.
she went to Harvard. I'm like, no, she fucking didn't. No, she didn't. She's inside your computer.
Yeah.
Scares me. Scares me.
yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
old school in that respect. And then like AI music, like it's super cool. And like I love those videos of things like transforming into other things.
Yeah, those are weird.
Like yesterday I saw one of Gordon Ramsay, but he's cooking, but he's making a mess of everything.
That's funny.
So,
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny but scary. 'Cause
Funny
it
but
can be used in a
scary.
very, it could be used, in a very negative way.
What if I
Like
make
to
an
do a lot of
AI
harm.
video of you saying some locura?
It's crazy,
It
but
could
yeah.
happen, but yeah, that's crazy.
Whatever. It just scares me. I'm very old school like that. I also think of all the kids in school that are cheating so easy.
Oh, for sure.
Not have you go home, write me a 5-page essay on the political climate.
I
and-
get it. I get it.
Yeah, yeah,
Emily's just mad that it did it, that the technology didn't
wasn't
exist
there for
then,
her.
so you could cheat on your SATs and.
Exactly. I told her,
Got
I'm
me,
like,
red-handed.
hello?
Uh-huh.
Our grandparents did long division, right?
Right.
They did long division, and we had a calculator as part of our curriculum. We
Right.
had to learn how to use do long division on a calculator.
But the calculator is not having full blown conversations with you. The one time I
know.
tried to use it, I literally was like, "Thanks, good night." I'm like, "Oh my god, why am I talking to this computer
How are
like
you
it's
today?
a person?"
It's wild.
Like
so
I,
our grandparents were like with the what do you call it? The abacus. Ding,
Oh my
ding,
God,
little
yeah.
beads. And now we're just like, hey Siri, how much is 25 times whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
well, FAI. I know
Uh-huh.
Jem says I can't fight it, but I'm gonna fight it with every
Baby, you
last
do you.
ounce of.
You do you.
Listen, once you guys have your little chip in, they have to chip you. When you guys go up in the rocket, I'll be down here saying, "Bye, have fun up there."
Now she's sounding like my grandmother.
Right. I told you.
You're very anti-technology. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
You have a lot in common with Armando, with Pitbull.
You see, motherfucker.
There you go.
He knows what's up.
He doesn't like any of that technology stuff.
Also, just like I don't know, privacy. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, you can't do anything anymore. This poor girl fell on a runway, It's bad enough that she fell in front of everybody, but then they're filming her crying after. Then they're filming her going into her room. Then it's like,
That's reality.
And then they're
TV,
reposting it, and then they're putting different
Yeah.
music to it.
And I'm
laughing at
watching it.
and
baby.
yeah.
Exactly.
And well, why are you watching it?
Exactly.
It's your fault.
yeah, you're right.
You're the
You are the
audience.
consumer.
Break the cameras. Turn everything off right now. All right. Anyway, so thank you so much for opening up about that. I feel like you're somebody who not only has a lot of wisdom, but like I said at the beginning, you've been doing this for over 20 years now, right? And I really value what
Did
you
you
have to say.
put your cane up?
I am not gonna forget that you call me a fossil.
You
at
are
the
one.
beginning, and now you're saying I have a cane.
Oh, was I
No,
not
first
supposed
you
to
told
say
me I
that?
have a big head. I thought you were nice.
When I'm done, I'm taking Emilio's penis and I'm taking that as a cane. Thank you, Emilio. I'm going to use your penis as a
man.
cane.
Oh God. Speaking of my dad, definitely not his penis, but speaking of my dad, Jesus Christ, I really hope he doesn't hear this. He's probably home like, yes, it's me.
It's true. I am Cuban.
When, if you have to compare it to something, that's,
I'm not going to deny. It's about that size.
Yeah. Wow, you guys do a good Emilio Estefan.
maybe, you know, come on.
Come on, please.
I'm the number one and he's the number two impersonator.
I love you, Emilio. We love you.
So speaking of, I think this is a good time for us to surprise you with a little idea we have, if you're open to it.
Let's do it. More
You
surprises.
don't even know what it is.
You guys, I'm down with whatever you guys want.
Take your suit off and bend over.
Brother,
Close your eyes. You don't want to see
this
this.
is my exit.
So we thought it would be fun
Okay.
if maybe we prank called a couple of people, including my dad.
Let's do it. Claro.
I was gonna call him
Okay.
and tell him that I've met this producer that says that he knows him, and he was wondering if I would be able to make a 10-second jingle for Pepto-Bismol, but it has to include the word diarrhea.
So I'm the producer.
Oh,
I'm this producer.
yeah.
Who am I?
yeah, you're the producer.
Or you're gonna say, Dad, I
that's
just ran
even
into this
better.
guy, and I'm the producer. I'm here. No, you got to give him like an artistic name. Okay, so my name is Leroy Gonzalez.
He's gonna be like, eso es un íntimo amigo mío, Leroy. Sí.
Your dad's such a sweetheart that he would say, "Oh yeah, I remember him,"
Yeah.
even though he doesn't remember shit. But you know, to not make them feel bad.
Okay.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I just queued him up. I said, hey, Pops, estoy con un productor que te conoce que trabajaba con Phil Ramon. Can I call you a second?
I love it.
He said, yes, always. I'm going to put Leroy Gonzalez.
I'm gonna put it in the hole.
Hi, baby.
Now we're good.
Dad.
Hello. Hola.
Hey,
How
Pop.
you feel?
I'm good. How are you?
Bien, yendo para el estudio ahora.
Ah, oye, estoy aquí. ¿Tú conoces a Leroy Gonzalez?
Tell him
I
I said
met
hello.
him,
I
yeah.
haven't spoken to him in
Long time
years.
ago.
It's been a long time.
Oh, it's been a long
Yeah.
time.
It's been about 20
Yeah.
years ago. I ain't talked to
Yeah,
your
yeah.
father. Emily, can I talk to
Yeah.
him real quick?
Yeah. Can he say hi to you one
Thank you so
second?
much. Leroy,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Mr. Estefan, how you doing?
You can call me Emilio. How's it going? Yeah, remember you worked with Phil. I mean, I know you was close to Phil.
Long time ago, we met. We were last time I saw you was in Los Angeles with Quincy, and we were hanging out with Gloria.
Yeah.
It's so good to hear you. I'm so proud of you and your. I was just telling your daughter. It's just a matter of fact. The world is a crazy place. I was thinking about you and your family, and Gloria, and Nayib, and Emily, and that was about a week and a half ago. And I'm just parking my car out here in the parking lot. I ran into your daughter. I'm like, tell your father I ain't seen him in the longest time. And
Long
Emilio,
time,
oh my
long
God,
time,
it's just, how are you? How you doing?
Everything good, man. A lot of work, a lot of music, but everything good. Very healthy,
Let me
everything
tell you
good.
something.
A lot of work.
You are the hardest working human being I think on the face of the planet. I was telling Emily that I have I've been doing some PR work, and I have some clients, and we have I was telling Emily we have one with Pepto-Bismol.
See, Pop, he's doing this campaign because they're doing the new song for Pepto, La Medicina. Pero
Right.
they want to put like a Latin twist on it. And he was like, look, maybe tiene una idea, but he's like, maybe if you and your dad are willing to...
I would love if they produce it. If you could write it, Emily, your father produce it, we can sit down, talk some money, and talk some business. It's a good opportunity here because I was telling my friends at the Pepto-Bismol that, if you want to appeal to the Latino community, not just now during Hispanic Heritage Month, but every day, every month, all the time, a good campaign, you need someone like Emilio Estefan to produce your song.
Yeah, let me know. Listen, let me know when you. I just finished the MLS and I'm producing now a little bit of the Grammys, but I'm producing the Miss Universe in Mexico. The
I
16th
seen
of
you.
next month.
And by the way, I'm so proud. First time in 50-something years, we're gonna see a Cuban woman participate in Miss Universe.
That's great, man. Yeah, we're very happy about that. Very
It's
happy.
about time that happens.
Well,
Every time we watch Miss Universe, I see the Venezuela win. Venezuela's a beautiful women up there, of course. I see Colombia. I see Puerto Rico. And I looked up there and I said, where the hell is Miss Cuba? Miss Cuba's always
you're
missing.
right, brother.
You know?
So, you know something? Emily can give you my phone and call me when you have that, and we can have a
Excellent.
meeting.
Bueno,
what kind of
Pops.
budget they have.
Can I play? Tell them I did a thing on the
Sí,
studio.
él se tiene que ir ahora, pero he did. He
give
has
you
like
my
a
number.
sample.
I'll give you my
Yeah,
number.
he's gonna give me
Yeah,
a
you can
number.
call me.
But he has a little sample. Maybe
Yeah.
you could play it just so he can.
Oh, absolutely. Let me pull up my WhatsApp here. Give me 1 second. I had
And
some.
give him my phone, Emily.
Okay,
give
yeah.
him my phone.
The only tough part, Pop, okay, the part that's gonna be hard is that it has to use words like diarrhea, upset stomach.
Just once, of course,
Just-
because it deals with but we'll work on that. It has to say diarrhea at least once in the song. But even we do a video campaign, imagine if we can get Emilio, we get you on the congas, we get Gloria, and maybe it has something to do with the conga line, the people having
stomach, like a stomach ache?
stomach issues, and they gotta like let's conga to the bathroom. So let me play you one salsa song. It's just like a sample. But I think this is something we could do live. You on the congas, Gloria singing, and Emily can help us write. But here's the song and tell me what you. I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here goes.
If you're driving your Chevy and you feel something heavy, diarrhea.
Sound good, don't it?
If you're walking down the hall and you feel something for diarrhea.
Tell me what you think about that, Emilio.
Yeah, I mean, Gloria will not do it that. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, production is different, but Gloria will never sing. She even got offered to do Pepsi. She didn't do that. Pepsi Cola now, with Global. But, you know, let me know you need some help. But it sounds good. I like what you did.
You did like it? You liked it?
Yeah. I mean, the thing with that, you have to, this kind of commercial, you have to do, like, I don't, you know, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, you know, I
It's
don't
amazing.
so many commercials.
Can I see?
you know,
I ain't seen your father in 20 years.
Oh.
Can you hit the FaceTime? Let me see. I want to say hello to you, Emilio. I haven't seen you. I only see you on the
Well, tell
Instagram.
Yeah.
Hit the
Tell
FaceTime.
him
Answer
to
your
give him my number.
your FaceTime, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on.
Here he is.
Hey, Mr. Estefan, it's been a long time. How you doing? Emilio. Pon la cámara para verte la cara.
Oh my God.
I knew was something there.
Oh my God, Dad.
you know,
We can't see him.
Yeah, you're the sweetest.
Who was doing him?
It's me.
Is
It's
it?
Emilio. We ain't talking about 20 years. It's so good to hear from you. Emilio.
Great. I say, oh yeah, this guy that drank too many mojitos. Before he told me.
He
That's what
drank
I
too
say.
many mojitos.
Oh my
Emilio,
God.
you know how much I love you
Yeah,
and
man.
how much I admire you, and to be on your daughter's podcast here together with Jem is a true honor. It's kind of like a full circle moment. I was telling Em and Jem that the first person I ever got advice from when I started in radio was from you. When you told me, Enriquito,
That's great,
use this microphone to uplift our people. Usa este micrófono para ayudar a nuestra gente porque hay tanta gente que nos quieren dividir y que nos atacan a nosotros como latinos.
We're very proud of you. You've done so many beautiful things, and you know something. I know how hard you work. People, I mean, even you do incredible things like get me so many times and then on the radio. But I can tell you, what you done, Enrique, you make us very proud because you know really you see the foundation for Latin radio, and you brought something totally different to Latin radio. I'm very proud of you, baby.
I'm very proud of you.
And Gloria's not singing diarrhea.
We won't have Gloria sing the diarrhea
I
song.
say, babe, I said, do you imagine Gloria singing that diarrhea? Oh my God. I don't know.
The
I don't know how to
line.
explain that to him.
Hey, just know that everything that I've accomplished in this industry is thanks to your guidance and your example. I love you.
Thank you, baby. We love you very much. I get to see you soon.
Te veo pronto. Te quiero mucho,
Love you.
Emilio. I
Love you, Dad.
Love you, baby.
Love
Bye,
you,
baby.
Dad.
Love you
And
later.
call me
Bye.
later.
I'll
Call
call
me
you.
later so we can make that diarrhea song.
Oh my God.
Pero mijo,
That's the sweetest.
you're
Leroy.
incredible. What the
Leroy.
Leroy.
The silence. I mean, Gloria's not going to sing that.
At least he was honest there. Gloria's not gonna sing that part, but the song is good. The song is good. You guys have gotten me too. You got me one night with it was like 2 a.m. My phone rings and it's Emily calling me at 2 a.m. I think the first call I missed. I was like, oh shit, what happened? Is she okay? She's calling me at 2 a.m. I was concerned that something had happened to you. I need your help. I'm like, what happened? Emily, you okay? Yeah, I just I fucked up. I'm like, what did you do? I uploaded some pictures that I wasn't supposed to, and it's and I'm naked or something like
There
that.
was a
I
pause.
sent it. That's what it was. I sent Giselle, which is the president of production at My Cultura Podcast Network, the host of this awesome podcast on iHeart Radio.
Hey.
And she's like, I accidentally sent some nude pictures to Giselle, and I was like, okay, relax, don't calm down, and I was like freaking out, trying to like figure out, okay, damage control.
No, because
now
I
here.
said I sent some pictures and you paused and you said what were on the photo.
What kind of pictures?
kind of
She said,
pictures?
he entered Big Brother mode so
He's like, what
fast.
kind of pictures? What kind of pictures are we talking here?
I told Em, I'm like, he's a real one. He is a real one because you were already gonna go to bat for her.
Yeah, of course.
You're like pictures
What-
of my
what
asshole, pendejo.
What type of reaction did you expect?
Who knows? Who knows? But that was amazing.
So we had a couple more ideas. We don't have to do all of them, and some of them might be a little too dangerous to do.
Uh-oh.
I think we should do one.
With one more?
Yeah.
Okay, which one do you think?
My grandma.
Okay.
So my grandma is obsessed with papitas fritas.
Yeah.
Obsessed with papitas. So
Obsessed.
I called her yesterday. I go, hi abuela, se me olvidó decirte. Había una competencia ahí, una rifa. Te puse tu nombre y tu teléfono para ganarte papitas fritas de por vida. She's like, sí. Obsessed.
¿Tú sabes cómo a mí me gusta la papita?
Yo sé que a ti te
Mira,
gustan las
yo te digo,
papitas.
bueno, y con cachú.
Ay, eso sí lo sé.
Ok,
Ojalá que ganes, ¿ok, abuela?
ok, amor, te quiero.
I love you.
So she's waiting for a possible call of her winning like a lifetime supply?
Like a lifetime supply of papitas
papitas.
fritas.
She's probably taking her nap or siesta.
No, you can call again.
¿Aló? ¿Aló?
Buenas tardes. Me hace el favor con Maggie.
¿Quién habla?
Maggie, mi nombre es Guillermo de Papitas Locas. ¿Cómo está usted en el día de hoy?
Bueno, aquí esperando que no pase el ciclón.
Estamos esperando y poniéndole una velita a la Virgen para que el ciclón se vaya y que no venga a fastidiar. Le traigo buenas noticias, Maggie, en el día de hoy.
¿Así? Dígame.
Sí, me han dicho que usted es amante de las papitas fritas.
¡Ay, con cachú!
Con cachú, qué rico. ¿Y te gusta con mayo ketchup?
Más con cachú que con mayo ketchup.
Maggie, del 1 al 10, dime cuánto le gusta a usted la papita frita.
¿El 10?
El 10. Marque el 1 en su teléfono ahora para un gran concurso completamente gratis y sin obligación.
Ok.
Como no lo escucho digitalmente, necesita hacer el sonido para que digitalmente reconozca el sistema que usted verdaderamente tocó el 1. Simplemente diga ¡pup! ¡Excelente, Maggie! ¡Felicidades! Usted es la ganadora de un año completo de papitas fritas completamente gratis.
¡Ay, no, Felipe!
¡Marque el 2!
Tú.
¡Excelente! ¡Felicidades, Maggie! French fries free 1 year for you. How do you feel?
Thank you so much.
We put in the
Muchísimas
papitas, you put in the ketchup, okay?
¡Ay, qué rico!
Oh,
Ok,
yes, baby.
gracias.
Right now, marque 1, 2, 3. Tú, tú, tú. Let me hear it, baby.
1, 2, 3.
Excelente. Right now, all I need is your credit card for the deposit, $29.99, once a month, every 30 days, for 1 year. And then you get the free French fries. But it's $29.99. You make a deposit now. It's no problem. We can take it from your debit or credit card, MasterCard, American Express. Or if you wish to pay in this moment with the Cash App, we have to play with the Cash App or with the sale. Which one would you like it to play for now? And then press 3. O simplemente cuelgue y automáticamente se le va a cargar $29.99 por mes por un año entero para recibir las papitas completamente gratis. Para aceptar, marque 1 hora.
No,
Or say,
entonces todo es gratis.
yes. Felicidades. Papitas for you. All you want. Just pay $29.99 every month and you receive for your the papitas come frozen to your house and they come from the UPS and you put in, then you fry and you do the sortation of the papation completamente free action. But if you do the free action, we put it free. Okay, Maggie? Maggie, are you there?
Come back. Oh my God. Come back. 1, 2. What's your number?
Press 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3.
Come back.
Dice que la única manera de cancelar es que si tú le dices.
¿No?
Abuela,
¿Sí?
oye, una pregunta. ¿Tú te recuerdas que ayer yo te dije que te iban a llamar sobre unas papitas?
Sí.
¿Pero tú diste mi tarjeta de crédito o algo?
Yo no.
Pero sí.
Tú me dijiste que eran gratis, ¿verdad? Pues yo no voy a dar nada.
Bueno, acabo de recibir una carga por unas papitas locas por un año entero, como $29.99 algo todos los meses. Y dice aquí que si tú tienes que llamarlos a ellos o que ellos te llamen para cancelar eso.
No. Yo no he hecho ningún acuerdo.
¿Tú
Ellos me
aceptaste
llamaron.
eso?
No, yo colgué. ¿Cómo es eso? ¿Son gratis o no son gratis? No.
Se supone que es gratis, pero maybe le dijiste algo, no sé.
No, yo no le dije nada. Yo colgué y punto, porque
¿Y tú?
entonces ya no viene de acuerdo lo que me están diciendo de que me gané un año de gratis y con las papitas.
Bueno, yo no sé cómo comunicarme con ellos. Si ellos te vuelven a llamar, por favor, contéstalos y
no,
cancélalos.
yo no contesto.
Pero-
No, yo no voy a pagar eso.
Pero es que
No.
ya me cobraron, tú tienes que cancelarlo. Es bajo tu nombre, no
no
el mío.
cobrar a ti si me están llamando a mí.
¿Es lo que no entiendo? No sé, eso para mí suena que es una estafa.
Claro que es una estafa.
Bueno,
Y
abuela.
me vienen a preguntar del 1 al 10, le dije el 10 porque a mí me gustan mucho las papitas.
Ay, abuela.
Con
Discúlpame, abuela. Yo pensé que todo esto era gratis. Pero ¿por qué? No sé, no hubieras aceptado. ¿Por qué aceptaste eso?
Yo no acepté nada, yo no he aceptado nada, yo colgué. Cuando me dijo que había que pagar 29, cogí y le colgué.
Ay, abuela. Bueno,
Ah,
voy a
sí.
ver si yo llamo a este número que tengo aquí en mi
Bueno,
cosa del
él
banco.
llama y cancela, yo no quiero nada.
Es que está bajo tu nombre, entonces...
Pues yo no voy a pagar nada porque yo no le doy ninguna tarjeta de crédito, yo no soy boba.
Bueno, si ellos te llaman, please contesta, abuela, y cancela eso.
Ok, bueno.
Que cualquier cosa que yo voy a llamar a la policía.
Ay, no, va a meter la policía con una copita ahí en eso. No, yo le digo que no y se acabó.
Ah, ok, bueno. Love you, bye.
I love you too.
Okay, now you call her back. And I'm gonna be the accounts. I'm gonna thank her for
my
her
God.
purchase of
Star
$29.99 per month for 1 year.
Oh my God. Poor thing. Ay, no. She hates it.
I think this
Me dijeron
this
que
is
él me
funnier than
preguntó.
your dad's.
Él me preguntó una
Me
vez.
dijeron,
Una vez yo dije
Que yo sí de porque me encantan las papas fritas.
Oh my God. Abuela,
Dime.
tengo a la gente de las papitas locas aquí. Tengo que conectar la llamada porque dicen como está bajo tu nombre, yo no puedo decidir nada. Entonces, ¿te puedo conectar con ellos? Yo me quedo aquí cualquier cosa.
Bueno, conéctame, yo no voy a coger ninguna papita, yo no quiero, yo cancelo eso.
Ok.
Yo no he aprobado eso.
Ok.
¿Aló? ¿Aló?
¿Sí?
Papitas locas, sí, ¿cuál es el problema?
El problema, usted me llamó para decirme que yo había ganado unas papitas por un año gratis. Gratis. ¿Entienden bien la palabra? Gratis.
No,
Resulta
señora,
que
parece que hay un
después me
malentendido. Usted marcó
No,
y
yo
aceptó las
escucho muy
condiciones
bien.
digitales, señora Magali.
No.
¿Cómo quiere que
Usted
le diga,
me dijo
señora,
eso.
señorita o señor ex? ¿Maggie o Magali?
Como usted guste, no importa, eso no
Bueno,
tiene ningún inconveniente.
Aquí
Mire,
lo que
usted
importa-
me dijo eso y yo me puse muy contenta porque yo soy enferma a las papitas fritas. la verdad.
Ya
Pero
veo, y
¿qué es lo que
felicidades,
sucede?
porque veo que usted se
Bueno,
ha
pero yo
ganado
no voy a pagar
un año
$29
entero.
todos los meses.
Ay, usted está
me
muy
dijo que era
agitada,
gratis.
señora. ¿Cuál es el
Usted me está
problema?
cobrando
Debe
el
estar
pelo.
contenta. Se ganó las papitas.
Me gané o me está cobrando o me va a cobrar $29 mensuales. ¿Cómo es la
Bueno, se le
cosa?
está cobrando $29.99 por mes, que usted aceptó
$10.
digitalmente marcando el 1. Usted lo aceptó. Vienen siendo $359 con
Ah, no,
88
pero
centavos
usted no me
por el
dio
año entero.
explicación.
Usted lo que,
No,
por
señor.
cada papita
No,
que
no,
le
no,
estamos,
no.
es que usted no me deja hablar, señora. Usted no me deja hablar. Ese es el problema. Usted aceptó las condiciones sin conocer lo que estaba aceptando y por eso está metida usted en este dolor de cabeza.
No, mire, señor,
Venga, yo le
voy a
explico.
decirle algo.
Venga, yo le
soy una
explico.
señora mayor ya, llevo muchos años en este país, me las conozco de todas.
Nuestras
por lo menos
papitas
bastante.
son bajo en colesterol, que son muy buenas
Bueno,
para las personas de la tercera
Bueno, a mí
edad.
me gustan mucho las papitas.
Nuestras
pero usted
papitas
me dijo que eran
no
gratis.
se acumulan en los muslos y no hacen celulitis. Le va a
No me
encantar.
importa lo que se
Aparte de que son
acumulen, ese no es el
deliciosas,
inconveniente.
tiene que ponerle muy poca sal.
Mire, el inconveniente no está en las papitas, el inconveniente está en los $29.99.
No se incomode.
Eso está.
Le voy a
Usted me dijo que era
explicar.
gratis.
Deje yo
Yo no
explicarle.
lo voy a pagar ni le voy a dar ninguna tarjeta mía. Es un fraude.
No es un problema, fíjese. Usted al haber aceptado los $29.99 lo que tiene son las papitas gruesas. La gruesa, usted paga por la gruesa, son
No, yo ni
50
por la gruesa
papitas
ni por la
y
flaca.
recibe
Ya
la
yo no quiero
delgadita
papitas
gratis. En total tiene 100 papitas por $29.99 que se le van a enviar congeladas a su casa. Usted
No,
pagó
no,
por las
mire,
50,
100 papitas yo
la
me las
gruesa
como en un día.
y las delgaditas, las finitas son gratis, ¿me entiendes? Son 100 papitas,
No,
pero
mire,
tiene
no,
que
mire,
pagar
mire,
por
muchísimas
$29.99 el shipping y también...
Muchísimas gracias, pero no quiero ninguna papita. Yo
Ya
no
es
voy a
too
pagar
late, ya usted marcó el 1 y usted aceptó las
Bueno, pues,
condiciones.
mire.
¿Cómo hacemos entonces?
Mire,
¿Usted piensa
cóbreselo
estafar
a su
acá a la
abuela,
compañía?
Cóbreselo a su abuela. Cóbreselo a su abuela.
¿Aló? Colgó para el carajo. ¿Va a dar un ataque?
Chisecita.
¡Cóbraselo a su abuela! Ok, ahora llámala de nuevo. Y dile que es quality control de que es el complaint department.
She's not answering me now. She's like, fuck this.
Hello.
Abuela.
Mira, me metiste en un lío con las papitas.
¿Yo? ¿Cómo que yo te metí en
Porque
un...
el hombre me dijo que las papitas eran gratis. Que si cómo me gustaban las papitas del 1 al 10, le dije que el 10, porque la verdad, que si cachú, me gusta con cachú, es verdad. Y después me dice que me va a cobrar $29.99 todos los meses durante un año. No, yo
Bueno,
no quiero esas papitas.
ahora estoy en un lío porque me siguen llamando y yo estoy aquí en el
Bueno,
podcast
pues mira,
grabando.
Le cuelgas y se acabó. Le cuelgas y se acabó.
Bueno.
No, que no. Mira, lo voy ahora.
Él me dijo que tú vas a hacer qué.
Para que no pueda llamar más.
¿Tú le
Lo
vas
voy
a bloquear?
Lo
Si
voy
no,
a bloquear.
si no contesta la llamada, la vamos a llamar en FaceTime.
Es una broma, abuela, es Enrique Santos. Es una broma. Pobrecita.
No lo puedo creer.
Ay, pobrecita. Ahora le te...
Gusto en saludarlo, pero me cogió.
Ay, pobrecita, qué linda. Oye, te debo las papitas, ahora sí te tengo que comprar papitas.
Gracias.
Marque ahora el 1 para cancelar las papitas.
Ahí me
Marque,
cogió.
marque el 1. ¡Tut!
No,
Qué
me va.
bella. Abuela, un placer. Nos
love
tenemos
you.
que conocer en persona. Mira, esto fue todo. Tu nieta, fue idea de tu nieta.
Sí, fue idea mía.
Y de Emily también.
La otra nieta.
Y de tus nietas.
Te queremos, I'm sorry, te debemos papitas.
Gracias y es un placer haberlo conocido, aunque sea de esta forma.
Bueno, si usted está contenta de haberme conocido, marque el 1 ahora.
Bueno, eso sí.
A ver, márcalo y a ver tú.
No,
Abuela, I love you.
No, dice.
She hung up.
She's the best.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that was funny as
Thank
shit.
you so much for doing that.
No,
Wow.
the reveal, her face is the best. Look how mad she is. They told me that the fucking fries are free.
Well,
That
now
was hilarious.
everybody,
funny.
you can clearly see how talented Leroy and Papita King and Papita Queen and all these other characters that are in there that scare me.
Wow.
That was hysterical.
To be trusted.
That
Thank you
was a
for
lot of
doing
fun.
that.
Cágasela a su abuela.
That was hysterical.
Well,
Que lo ve, hágaselo a su abuela.
oh my God. Well, before we deorbit and get back to Earth and go get some French fries for your grandma, because
Absolutely
we
no. We
have
owe her
to.
French fries. Are you kidding me?
we definitely owe her French fries. We gotta buy her French fries.
no importa si las gruesas o las flacas.
No. We have to show him after this the video of me telling her how excited she was that I had entered
Yes.
her into a raffle.
We have one more in our own world tradition that we would love to bring you in on, and we actually report the news in space.
Okay.
Every time, and it's everybody's favorite out of networking. The only one is called Space News.
Imagine the music is here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I will tell you everything that you're about to hear is 110% true. That extra 10% comes from creativity, but it doesn't make it any less true. Scientists have discovered evidence suggesting that Earth might have had a ring system similar to Saturn's around 466 million years ago, following a massive asteroid impact. Where have these rings gone, you may ask? Turns out, in the late 70s, Earth had to pawn off all the rings because of its coke habit to get cash. So if you stroll into a pawn shop and you see Earth's rings, give us a call so we can reunite Earth with its rings.
The rings are on your head.
The rings are going to be in your butt if you keep talking about my head. All right, next. Potential indicators of life on other planets can be created in a lab. Cállate, coño. Como me jode. Scientists have created one type of gas, often seen as a big indicator of potential life on Earth. They created this in a chemical lab. What I want to know is why they're wasting all this time creating things in a chemical lab when they should be fixing men and creating some good ones of those. We got one here.
Are you fixing?
No.
No, but I'm going to put you in a chem lab if you keep talking about my big ass head. All right, lastly, in outer space, Perseverance rover spots an unusual striped rock on Mars. It's a big black and white rock with bands up and down. It's caught on the Mastcam Z camera of the rover, the most important camera on the rover. NASA further added, please don't say its name 3 times or you know what will happen. Get it?
Ask him.
No.
Z-Cam?
No. Wow.
Beetlejuice.
Exactly.
Never mind.
Because the rock is black and white stripes.
Oh, Beetlejuice,
What do I
Beetlejuice.
win?
He got it.
What do I win?
You win papitas fritas.
Yay, for a whole year?
$1.99.99.
I get the fat one and the thin one is free.
And this has been Space News. Damn, failed with that last one. Went
No,
right
that was
over your
really-
head.
I know. I'm sorry. Because I kept hearing Z-Cam. I'm like, ask him?
No, because the black.
Yeah, I know.
You're
But
thinking,
he
you're
was
thinking about the filling the holes, and that's why you're thinking about the ass. Yeah.
The comet, really. I've lost it since then.
Right. That comet on the wall is actually as big as Emily's head, actually.
It's time for him to go now.
I gotta leave.
Yes. Seriously though, in all seriousness, every time we get to hang out together, whether there are cameras or not, I get to know you a little bit better, and I'm sure that Jem feels the same way. And it always is a joy. And don't worry, you don't need any fixing in the lab. You are perfect the way that you are.
Absolutely.
Thank you, love. Igual. And we got to make more time to hang out, as you know. We're always like in industries and in dinners and lunches and things. But we gotta on the friend tip. We gotta hang out more often.
Absolutely.
Go
I will bring
swimming
you
and play domino.
picadillo
I know, eh?
that is 85% pasas.
Ya se jodió.
The top layer just looks normal, and then when you put your spoon in it, it's just.
Do you
Just-
really like pasas in the picadillo?
No, I'm normal.
Oh, okay.
We just like messing with you.
All right.
Well, Earthlings, thank you for flying with us. Please make sure to check in on our socials at In Our Own Pod. In Our Own, it's not what it is. That's not what our socials are. So don't check there. Make sure you check at In Our Own World Pod. That's definitely where we are. And send us your comments or concerns and tell him how big his head is.
Not as big as that one.
He's pointing to the cock again. All right. See you next week. We love you.
This was fun. Thank you so much.
Miren aquí la cantidad y de checker, que esto me gusta a mí. De checker. Mira cuántas papitas, mira cuántos cartuchos de papitas. Mira. Esto es algo increíble. Y papitas que me salieron gratis. El señor Enrique Santos ha tenido la amabilidad de enviarme estas papitas. Lo agradezco muchísimo. Gracias, Enrique Santos. Que haya muchas personas así como usted. Exquisita.